I really remember seeing the picture and feeling like, oh my god, I used to be so happy as a child. What happened to this girl in this picture? Why did I let other people's opinion get the best of me? Why do I let guys lie to me? Why do I let guys determine how I should look or how I should feel and whether I'm beautiful or not? That's just crazy that how did I let this get to this point, you know? Hi amiga, what is up and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jennyfer Ross, back at it again with a confidence video. In today's video, I want to talk to you about how you can level up your confidence and radiate beautiful energy, because trust me, I had quite the journey and I can talk about this for hours. So today I'm going to be doing my makeup while I talk to you about how I got to this point. To me, I can divide it up in a few points. I think like the most important thing is to work on it internally, figure out where your insecurities come from and work on those. Then there are things that you can do physically that help you feel more confident. And I also believe confidence is about believing in yourself, believing that you can do certain things. It's an attitude, it's a lifestyle, it's all of those things. So today we're going to talk about that. But yes, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also make sure to subscribe to my channel. And let's go ahead and get into this video. But before we get into the video, I want to thank today's sponsor of the video. That is Ana Luisa. Ana Luisa has helped me so much with the physical part of my confidence because they make beautiful jewelry that elevates your everyday style and makes you feel really confident and beautiful and feminine. They offer long-lasting and tarnish-free jewelry. I have pieces from them that I had since 2019 and everything still looks good since the first day that I got it. One of my favorite items is this Laura Bolt necklace. It's this chain necklace and I had this from them I think since 2020 and it still looks amazing. I get so many compliments on it every time that I wear it. I wear it very often and it's still perfect. It's never changed color. It didn't get green. It didn't stain my neck, any of that, and I absolutely love that. What I also love is that all of their pieces are 100% tested against humidity and also strength, so that also makes sure that your neck doesn't get irritations and all of that when it's, for example, summer. So because it's summer right now, their pieces come in these kind of boxes, which is really easy to recycle. Then we have these pouches which your actual jewelry comes in. These are really nice when traveling because it just keeps your jewelry organized without it tangling and getting wrapped up in each other. So I love them and use them all the time when I'm traveling. They ship worldwide and they have a 2-year warranty on all their pieces. So if there is something you bought and you're not completely satisfied with what you bought, you just let them know and you can return it. No questions asked, no problems at all, no hassle over anything. And the Luisa jewelry is also crafted with the planet in mind. The brand is carbon neutral and climate neutral certified, offsetting 100% of their carbon footprint. So I love that because that makes me feel amazing when I buy something and that I'm not contributing to a whole lot of waste. I have a link in my description box. It will be the link all the way up to the top to be directed to the website of Ana Luisa. The link will also direct you directly to the discount that you will get. So make sure to check it out to elevate your look and boost your confidence with beautiful jewelry pieces that are long lasting and absolutely stunning. And thank you so much, Ana Luisa, for believing in me and working with me on this video. I am forever grateful. Getting into the video, I am going to do my skincare first. This video is, by the way, not going to be as much about the products, but I will list everything in the description box down below for you to check it out if you're interested, just in case if you want to know what I'm using. But I want to talk to you first about like what is confidence. Okay, so to me, confidence, or not to me, confidence is just believing in yourself and believing in your abilities, and that is not in an arrogant way whatsoever, but it is in a realistic and secure way. And it's not about feeling superior to others or feeling better than others, because at the end of the day, nobody is better than anyone else. That's just not what it's about. It's about believing in yourself and believing in your abilities abilities and believing that you can do whatever it is that you set your mind to. I have come a very long way with my confidence. As a little girl, I must admit I had never really had problems with my confidence. My mom was a single mother when she had me, and she raised me all by herself, so sometimes she didn't even have enough money. But she used to make me these items like clothing and stuff, and I would feel so special. I would feel great. I would model around and tell everyone that my mom made those clothes for me. So I was proud of who I was. Problems for me with my confidence arise when I was like around 13, and when my body started to develop and changing, and when other people would point out my curviness or me gaining weight, like literally kind of body shame me as a child, you know? And it made me conscious of like how my body looked. And I was like introduced to diet culture at a very young age, because people around me would comment about my body, and then they would tell me like, yeah, try to keep it that way, you know, don't get fuller, because if you get more full, then it will be difficult to get it off, and now that you're young, you should like try to keep it that way, and blah blah blah, things like that. So those kind of things started to get integrated in my brain, I would say, and then I would feel a little bit insecure about that. Another issue that I had was with my hair. I was one of the last girls in my community to get their hair relaxed, and this is really stupid, especially when I think back about it. I would get so much like comments about me not having relaxed hair, and then in the end, when I finally got a relaxer as one of the last girls in my community, then I would still get comments on it. People commenting like my edges not being straight enough, or that they would have to do it for me for it to look good, and you know, like stupid stuff. But it would make me really insecure, because I thought like my hair isn't good enough, I don't have the good hair, and that really played with my confidence. And I think it's really sad that, of course, my mom didn't know any better, but back then my mom, like, or she wasn't present when those things were happening, or I don't know. What I feel is that back in the days, people were really blunt about what they wanted to say. And sometimes you still have people that are really blunt about what they have to say. But I feel like nowadays it is not as common for people to just blur out whatever they have on their mind. And of course you have exceptions, you know, you have exceptions of people that didn't get the memo, but it is really rude to comment on someone's body like that, because you don't know what the person is going through. Maybe they have eating disorders. You just don't know. And at some point, I even developed one. It was really difficult on me. And then, by the way, to get back to the relaxer situation, I was relaxing my hair every 6 weeks or something, getting those relaxers in my hair. And then my hair reached the point where it was breaking, because as most of us know now, I have no shame against anyone who uses relaxer, but relaxer is just not the healthiest option for your hair. Or there may be people that still can handle relaxer very well, but I'm just not one of them. And in my opinion, I didn't even need it to begin with, but yeah, it happened. You know, I got relaxers and then my hair was breaking like crazy. And trust me if I tell you, it'd be the same people who would like push me and constantly tell me that I needed to get my hair relaxed because I was a teenager. It was time for me to get my hair relaxed, blah blah blah. It'd be those same people who pointing out your hair looking like a freaking chicken because it was all broken off because of the opinion that they said. So in the end, people's opinion is just really stupid. Do not go after what people tell you, you know? So yeah, people's opinion got me to damage my hair. We started damaging my hair. I started to be introduced to diet culture from a very young age. I should not have been into that at all, but that happened. And because you are a teenager developing, I also developed an ED, you know? I was doing crazy things that I do not really want to get into because I think like these conversations can be really triggering even to myself, and I really don't want to get sad right now, but these comments and things people would say would really harm my mental health. And back then, mental health was not as spoken about as it is right now. So I was struggling with all those things by myself, always thinking that I was bigger than I actually was. So I really had body dysmorphia and a very bad ED as well, in which I would go days without eating and doing all types of crazy things to lose weight, you know, which is really sad when you think about it, because I don't think anyone deserves this, but as a young woman, I was 18 years old, I really don't believe that you deserve any of that. Nobody deserves that, by the way, but that's such a young age. You have so much to think about, and it's so sad that my brain was so occupied with constantly thinking about my body, constantly thinking about like weight gain or losing weight and seeing myself different than I was. And I think that will always be a thing, but it's really sad to think about. You know, there were so many things, and also sometimes because I wasn't eating enough or like I should have been eating, I wouldn't have the energy to do certain things, you know, that all my other peers of the same age would be doing. It was really bad, okay? It was really bad. And then I got my first relationship, and if you are familiar with my channel, you know how that went, because I have a whole story time about that on my channel. But basically, he cheated on me. He had like a double life. He had a other girl who he had a whole baby with, and I didn't know anything about that. I didn't know how to read red flags or even what red flags were. So I was never taught those things, you know. I was never taught that a man is not supposed to be cheating on you. I didn't think it was normal that a man is cheating on you, but at the same time, I didn't have knowledge about it at all. And around me, in my community where I grew up, there were always like cheating stories, and I guess it's nothing new. It's not new under the sun, because things like that still happen to this day. But I feel like people that were around me were really tolerant about it, and when it would happen, they would like go to their friends. One of them might have been my mom, and then tell my mom about like what happened, that their man cheated. And I was just sitting there like with my mouth open, like, oh my god, what, you know. But like at some point, those things became normal to hear. So when I was going through my shit with the guy cheating on me and all that, I was really sad, and I didn't think I deserved to be cheated on like he did. But at the same time, I was like, yeah, maybe this is the grown-up life, you know. I was only 18 when all of that was going down, and nobody ever told me like that's not how it's supposed to go or whatever. So that relationship took a very long time for me to get out of, because he was actually not physically but mentally abusing me and gaslighting me and manipulating me really bad, because I would take him back and he would like just do the most terrible things mentally to me. Like mental abuse is very bad, you know. That can diminish your self-worth and your confidence into nothing. After that relationship ended, I was really struggling because he ended up choosing his baby mama, because she also told him like, yeah, if you don't choose me, you will not be able to see your child. So he chose his baby mama, and I was like left there alone. And that was my first relationship, my first experience with love. So that was really hard. And after all of that happened, I tried to be the best I could be, and that also lays in my zodiac sign a little bit. Like Aquarius people, they can come off as being cold, but I am just someone who is like, and I've always been like that. I think that if you hurt me and you do me wrong, then I don't see why I should really cry over you. So I just was picking up my life, trying to continue living my best life without him, and just being like, F him, I don't need him, and blah blah blah. But low-key, deep down, the things that he did, the things that he said, they still lived in my head. You know, even though we weren't together, even though I didn't want to be with him anymore, those things still continue to live a life of their own in my head. Enforcing the ED that I was having, and enforcing like a lot of insecurities in me, thinking that I wasn't pretty enough, that maybe I didn't have enough money, or like things that shouldn't matter at all. And then going into my young adult life in my 20s, I was here and there, I would have like some relationship and interaction with guys, but I would notice that I would keep attracting the same kind of people and the same kind of issues, people that would cheat and lie, and that didn't make the situation better. So at some point I just grew tired. I just grew tired of going through the same things, guys lying to me like feeling bad about it. Well, I wasn't the problem. I didn't do anything I wasn't the one cheating. I wasn't the one lying. So why do I end up being sad and alone and feeling insecure and like not wanting to eat for days? That's not fair. I didn't even recognize myself. And I remember one time my sister came over and I was living by myself, and she brought like a few pictures from when I was younger just for me to have. And I remember really, and that's what they call the healing your inner child, but looking at the picture and remembering how happy I used to be. I don't want to get emotional about it, but I really remember seeing the picture and feeling like, oh my God, I used to be so happy as a child. What happened to this girl in this picture? Why did I let other people's opinion get the best of me? Why do I let guys lie to me? Why do I let guys determine how I should look or how I should feel and whether I'm beautiful or not? That's just crazy that how did I let this get to this point, you know? Oh my God. I swear to you, it's really not that serious, but this is a topic that is just, I've been through a lot, and that's why I choose to talk about these things. And it's not, I don't feel like I have to be ashamed, because when I would go through these things, I would always ask God, like, God, why me? Why do I have to go through all these things? And he must have known, like, girl, you're gonna have a YouTube channel once in the future, you know? And you will need these stories to tell people. But anyways, going back to the picture, I was just looking at the picture and asking myself, like, what happened to me, you know? How did I let this get this far? So that is the point where I decided to change. But I decided that, yo, I'm not gonna continue to let people talk like this about me, and I'm gonna change. And that started, first of all, with my circle, like a cleanup list of cleaning up people that would make me feel like shit about myself and would make me feel horrible and would not like be great friends to me. I do have to say there were other new friends as well, because I also started my university journey in that same time, you know. So I got new friends, and I remember I had like these friends, Felicia and Laurence, and they were like thinking the same as me and what I was always missing in life. And I don't tell you that people that are not thinking the same, that they can't be your friends. I'm not saying that necessarily, but for me, I was hanging with people that wouldn't make me feel good about myself, would like really try to bring me down and to point out things that I was insecure about. And that wasn't cool, you know? By the way, another thing that I was doing at that time was wearing weaves, because my hair was close to, it was nothing, you know. I literally looked like a chicken without my weaves and stuff. So I decided to grow out my hair underneath my weaves and try to get it back to a healthy state, I decided that, you know, I'm gonna cut ties with friends. If you don't act and make me happy or don't make me feel worse about myself, then you gotta go. So that wasn't easy. That wasn't easy because I was called out for it multiple times, but that is how it is, I learned. When you call people out on their shit, they don't like it. They don't like it, but you need to stand up for yourself in order to heal and stop to people please, you know, because why would I please you for you to give me in return that you just hurt me and say things about me and to me that are harmful to my mental health? Why would I accept that, you know? That is not okay. That is really, really not okay. So yeah, I had to cut ties with people and that was not easy at all, but it ended up being so worth it. I decided to also go hard on my education, excel in school, do the best that I could because my inner child always wanted to study in America, and I got this opportunity offered to me to really excel in school and be able to make that a reality. And I decided to do that. I decided to go completely into school, focus, completely do the shit that I had to do, hang out with people that could help me further. For example, math has never been my strongest like a class in school, but I was hanging with people that could help me with math. My good point was always marketing, so I could help them with the things that they weren't really good at and that I knew more of, and in that way we were helping each other elevate and get better, you know, at school and slaying school. And that slowly brought back my confidence because I was doing something in which I was good and I was believing in myself, like I can do this, you know. Every grade that I would get, that every class that I would pass, I would feel like I can actually do this. So I would feel amazing about that, and that would boost my confidence. And slowly like that, by doing things that I knew I was good at, were like my confidence was coming back. And then in the meantime, my hair was underneath the weaves and it was growing back. And every time that I would take down my weave for the next install, I would see like my hair is growing. So I was like confident, like, oh my God, I'm gonna get my hair back. I'm gonna become a better version of the child that I once was, the confident child that I was. Like literally, I'm gonna heal my inner child. I didn't know that that was what it was called, but I was literally doing that. And that felt amazing. Another thing that really, really helped me eventually was going to America. That was my dream, to go study there. And the day that happened, that I was able to go all by myself, take a flight all by myself and travel. Also missed my connection and what I was stranded in Dallas all by myself. But all those things really made me confident. I was in a country where I can speak the language, but in Texas, a lot of people speak Spanish. And my Spanish was not the best. But I had to let my mom know because I arrived there in the middle of the night. And I had to let my mom know that I was safe, but that I needed to figure out how I was get my connection flight the next morning, all that. And I figured it all out. A little bit of Spanish that I spoke to make it, to communicate and to save myself. And then everything ended up being fine. And then the next day I got to my dorm and I was introduced to my roommate. And I hated the fact in the beginning that I would have a roommate. But even that happened for a reason, because my roommate is a really introvert girl, was a really introverted girl. And I am an outrovert, I'm the opposite. So eventually we were the best combination. And what I loved about her and her whole vibe is she came into the university, all things with her to make her room as comfy as possible for her to stay in. And I came from the Netherlands, so I had almost nothing with me, just the basics like bedding, a pillowcase, just simple things to make a bed, you know, but nothing to decorate or any of that. So slowly I was like, oh my god, I want to get like that when I go back to the Netherlands. And that's not to say that my room wasn't like decorated or at all, but I never made my home really look like my home before. So now, after that experience in America, I really have learned that home is really where you make it feel like home, where you feel great. So go out and about with your decor so that you feel great. And that is also something that will make you feel more confident when you have like a vision board, or you created a vision board of what you want your room, your house, your place to look like, and to see it actually come to life. That's the best confidence boost you can get, you know. And that's something so little and so simple, but it works. It really does. So once I came back from America, I have really learned how to be by myself, how to like rely on myself and not so much on other people. I had like great friends as well that I met during my time there that really have taught me that it is important to have good friends, but good friends also understand you and they don't bully you or make you feel like shit about yourself, you know? So that whole America experience was like so big for me. When I came back, I also decided to give my student dorm in the Netherlands a makeover, and I redecorated everything, made it into the place that I really, really wanted it to be. That made me feel so good. I continued to excel in school and finish my education eventually, and then we come back to the point of love that also made me really feel insecure. I started just praying to God, like, send me a nice partner, please send me a nice person. And I started to describe to him what I wanted this person to be. I wanted him to be tall, dark, and handsome, and smart, please, smart. So I was like, please God, make it specific. I want to know. I don't want to be like, is this him or is this not him? Please make it specific. So in that way, if you don't believe in God, that's also a way of manifesting, because I was like, I'm gonna know for sure when it's him, and I'm gonna be sure. There's no questions to be asked. I'm gonna know when it's him. So I have a story time about how I met Benny as well on my channel. I will link it in the little cards or something if you want to check it out. But I was sure when I met my mans, and I was like, yes, this is him, you know? This is my person. It has to be, come on. So when Benny and I moved to Belgium, it was the perfect time for me to literally start over and to be the person I always wanted to be. I decided to really embark my natural hair journey. One of the best journeys of my life. It sounds so simple. It's just hair, really. It really is. But it was a journey in which I really got to know myself. It was a journey in which I really, really became confident with who I was, because when I started, I had like the shortest little puff, and I was so insecure about it because I was so used to all the volume that I would get with the weave, because you can just pay and you would get more volume. So that wasn't possible with my own hair. But along the journey, I have learned to embrace every stage that you were in, because, for example, in the beginning, it's really easy to comb your hair and get all the tangles out and be out the shower maybe in an hour. But then, and a year later, you will have longer hair. You won't be in the shower for that short anymore. And it's other stuff. It's always gonna be something. So that journey has taught me so much about me, about myself, about like the influence that I have on other people. Because around that time, I also started my YouTube channel, in which I would teach people about like their natural hair while I was learning about my own. And I have helped so many people with that, and that also boosted my confidence, because I felt like, oh my god, I can help other people with things that I was at some point so insecure about, you know? And that was just an amazing feeling, actually, to be able to help other people with things that I was also struggling with. At the same time period, I also was learning about my makeup, how I could do my makeup as good as possible. But I was just slowly growing into the person that I wanted to be. And today I can say I am, you know, I am the person that I always wanted to be, the bigger self. Even with my YouTube channel, I remember writing down who I wanted to be, what I wanted to represent. And in the beginning, it may feel like it's not completely natural, but trust me, the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. And at this moment, to me, it's not like I'm playing or trying to be something that I'm not. But you have to remember at the beginning of this story that I was telling you, I was that person at some point as well. And I had to change that and to become the person that I am now, confident with who I am. And of course, you know, because I still had like some of the body issues, clothes that I was afraid to wear and that I wouldn't, you know. And my boyfriend would tell me, like, honestly, when things look good on me, and honestly when things didn't. And that is okay, you know. You need to figure it out. There was a time that I would wear like really sexy little tops and things, but that wasn't really my jam. And then I wouldn't really feel confident, because if you're not like really secure about your body and confident about how you feel and how you look, it's gonna show, it's gonna reflect. So actually figure out what your style is and what you actually like and feel comfortable in, and that will make you feel confident. Make it your own thing and build your wardrobe around things like that. And also like things like Pinterest, looking up people with the same body type and seeing what they would wear, pick the things that I would like. Or even if somebody has a completely opposite body type and I like something that they would wear, I would just figure out like a way that I could wear that too, but then that it would complement my body. It's also became like in little things such as jewelry, like finer little jewelry, gold looking jewelry that would make me feel classy and beautiful. Those things, like having a signature perfume, but also every Sunday taking time to take care of myself by taking a good and everything shower, in which I would shave my legs, scrub my body, do my hair, put a mask in my hair, put a mask on my face, do my nails. All of those things really help me. Those are the little things, and I believe that they can help as well, but that's just a band-aid. The real work is on the inside. It's being okay with who you are, believing who you are, being a good person and doing good towards others, being nice to yourself, talk nicely to yourself. When you have all those things under control, there's no way you cannot be confident about who you are, you know? There's no way. So eventually there was a lot of inner work that had to be done. And I also did that by affirmation, standing in front of the mirror, telling myself every day that I'm beautiful, telling myself that I'm worth it, that I'm enough. If other people don't like me, that's their problem. That is not, why is that my problem? You know, if other people don't like me. I had to come to terms with the fact that if I know I'm a good person, if I know that I'm doing good to other people, then if some people want to talk shit about me or they don't like me, that's their problem. That is not my problem, you know? And also standing up for myself. Like the same people that would comment about my body when I was younger would still try the same things till these days. But I will put them in their place now. I would tell them like, hey, the way you say that is really not cool. How would you feel if I would constantly tell you that you got fat? No, thank you. I don't need that, you know? I don't need for you to say those kind of things to me, and it's really distasteful. So keep that to yourself. Do not comment on my body. And as soon as I started doing that, putting people in their place for saying shit to me, everything got better. Everything got better. In the beginning, it's really hard, you know, especially if you're used to not say anything to please other people. But think about it like this. Why would you have to please somebody who's talking shit to you? They don't feel bad about saying those things to you. So if you don't stand up for yourself, if you don't cheer yourself on, then who's gonna do it for you? If you give people a chance to step all over you, they will, okay? And yeah, other things that I can tell you is try to live your best life. Journal, talk about how you feel on the inside, work on the things that you think caused you to be insecure. And especially, you're never gonna be 100% satisfied. I don't believe that. There's always gonna be something that you're insecure about, but don't hate on those things. Try to work your way around it. Try to accept it for the way it is. If you can do something about it, do something about it. But I really don't recommend to go hate on yourself, because if you don't talk nice to yourself, then how do you expect other people to talk nice to yourself? If you yourself don't even talk nice to yourself. This is a topic that I can talk about for hours. So in conclusion, confidence is believing in yourself, is believing in the abilities that you have, believing that you can do whatever it is that you put your mind through. It is also an attitude, it is a state of mind, and it is like, I don't take anybody's shit, okay? I don't take anybody's shit. I don't accept that people talk shit about me in my face. I don't need other people's approval to be who I am, okay? That's what confidence is. I wish you the best of luck in your confidence journey. If you're already confident, then hey girl, you're a bad bitch. Keep it up like that, and you will see that when you are confident, you will radiate beautiful energy. People will be attracted to you. People will come and ask you like directions for, I don't know, to go to the city, to go to the bakery. People will always try to talk to you because you radiate beautiful energy. By the way, again, it's not about being cocky, you know? It's not about being like, oh my God, I'm so great, I'm so this, I'm so that. It's okay to think those things, but don't say those things out loud, because that can get awkward, that can get really weird, and that is just, yeah, I wouldn't do that, okay? I wouldn't do that. But it's okay to think those things, like I'm great, I'm fantastic. That's fine. It's fine to think those things. But be careful about saying those things, because then people can be like, ew, please be normal. So yeah, anyways, that is it for today's video. This is how my makeup turned out, if you're interested. Thank you so much again to Ana Luisa for working with me on this video. Their link will be in the description box down below, all the way to the top, so make sure to check it out. Like I already said, they have helped me a lot with my confidence when it comes to my jewelry and looking my best, because their jewelry really elevates every look. Recently I also gifted my sister this bracelet for her birthday, so she can elevate her look as well. She is familiar with their jewelry as well, and was very happy to get this bracelet for her birthday. So yeah, I couldn't recommend them more. Thank you again, Ana Luisa. I love you so much. I love your jewelry, and I wear something from them like every single day. Sometimes I even forget like to take off the earrings, and still nothing changed color. So that's that. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if you want to see like more videos like this, like a girl talk kind of situation. Let me know what you want to see in the comments down below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a nice comment, and I hope to see you soon in the next video. Mwah. Bye.